episode of the one and only Out of Many podcasts presented by myself, the one and only Coco Diva's live in the building. Also, we have our fabulous co-host, DJ Styler.
Come on. You know the badness already. Coco always says beautiful people like everybody's beautiful. Anyway, that's another story. We'll leave that. That's another story. Yeah. But big up the beautiful one, them. Yeah, big up them. Yeah.
To my left, we have Nat.
Come on, big up yourself, glam Nat, you know the vibes.
And to my right, we have the lovely Mammy Marissa.
Mammy Marissa, aka Mrs. Calm Her Nerves. The nerves them calm now.
AKA the melanin queen.
Nice, all right. Do you know what? She's actually a super mom, you know, because I swear you just come from work as well. Yeah. Of that. Looking so fabulous.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right. Today's episode is sponsored by Myriad Studios, the one entity dream experience. So make sure you go check them out. You understand? Vibes and things. Over to you, Mammy. What's going on?
Well, guys, first and foremost, I want to say it's lovely to be here again, you know.
Come on.
Quite loving this blue couch.
It's
man,
comfy.
I was just like thinking during the week, right, that I feel that we don't have the same connection we used to have to our elders. And what I wanted to ask you guys is, do you feel there's a generational divide within the Black British Caribbean community?
That'd be a yeah.
100%. I didn't need to think about that. Yeah, yes. I'm not talking for myself because I feel like I'm one of the different ones because I was raised with my grandmother. You know what I mean? My grandmother is my mom and my dad. Till this day. Even today, I went to see my grandmother today. Any opportunity I get to see her, I go to see her. You know what I mean? Big up Gran. You know what I mean? She's going to be 97 in a couple months.
Wow.
And I heard her, I pulled up to the house and I heard her voice before I saw her. Literally, like she was cussing. She was cussing.
Yeah.
She would
say prayer.
Yeah, no, I said that's prayer because that's how my grand is as well. Always cussing about something.
No, she
it's
was.
Hot, man, it's hot.
I pulled
the
up.
fly, man, the fly.
Yeah, honestly, always. I pulled up in the van and I just heard, "Where I go? Come back." She talking to. I think she's talking to me. Like she ain't even seen me yet. And it's actually quite sad because what happened was there was a courier, and you know how these courier drivers are. They're always in a rush to drop off people's deliveries. Well, my nan don't do online shopping. That's number one. Yeah, so she's not expecting no delivery. But what they've done is they brought the neighbour's delivery and they've dumped it outside the door and ran away. So because she's always spying and she can see what I go on, she catch him in it. So she's out there hot stepping to catch him up. And I see him going into his van. So I thought he'd like done something. So I'm like, "Oi!" So I'm running him down now. I've stopped him. So I'm like, "What's going on?" Watch my nan. "You can't take this." And on my own, you're tired of, I be a fraud on all do. Every minute at the clock of the day, parcel are coming at my house. I never my own this. And she fling the parcel after him. Now, the man never understood a word she was saying. The man, in the man's defense, he was just trying to rush her, but don't do that. Don't put someone else's parcel. You know what I mean? She's an older lady and that he's telling me that he's got to go when it's a secure place. I said, it's not secure because it don't belong. Do you know what I mean? So, so big up my grandmother anyway. So I can't relate to what you're saying, but I see it visually because even when I speak about my grandmother, when I see other people speak about their elders, it's a big difference. You know what I mean? And I feel like some of people in our generation, they see the elders as an inconvenience. I don't think they truly value, because I learn a lot from my nan. I've learned so much from my grandmother. And I don't think our generation truly values that age group. And if I'm honest with you, I feel like that is the last of a dying breed. Like once they're gone, that generation, I feel like all the values and principles, I don't know if we can pass it on, you know. I'm going to try my best, me personally.
There's a lot of knowledge that's going to die with them. Like, for instance, like, if your stomach was hurting you, you know, you don't run to the doctors, you go get some BCT, you boil that, you drink that, you understand? But a lot of people now, what they tend to do is run to the doctors and therefore forgetting about the actual knowledge that we have. Yeah. So I feel like people should more cling to them, if anything, because they're literally a dying breed.
I think it's an interesting topic because, like, for me, myself, like, I'm, you know, coming up from an African household, and even though growing up in care, I still kept those values. So I was fortunate enough to always be raised around Caribbeans, you know, from all different backgrounds of the Caribbean. And I was able to keep that same level of respect to elders. When you see an elder, good morning, good evening, good night. Do you know what I'm saying? And I totally feel that is lost because the essence of community isn't really there.
It's not.
There's pockets of it around London, but as a whole, it's not really there. So when it comes to the generational ethics and morals to be handed down, there's a gap there somewhere. There's a disconnect. I don't know if it's because this new generation are so westernized, because I had to sit back and think to myself, what is British culture? Do you get what I'm saying? So when we integrate ourselves into a culture that we don't necessarily understand ourselves, then I feel like this is the product of it.
Definitely. I agree with you, because in my experience, like growing up with my grandparents, I've lost them both now. Well, my
Sorry,
closest
lovely.
grandparents. Big up my granny. All right, but yeah, in my experience, like I loved my grandparents, and I could speak with them, but I could only speak with them about certain things.
Yes.
Certain things.
There's levels.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
So when I like I used to chop it up with my granddad and that, and obviously I come from a generation of go-getting women. Like I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure myself and my children are okay. And when I come home tired and I'm moaning to my granddaddy and granddad, I'm tired. Well, of course you're tired, because woman should have sit down and woman should sit down. Yeah, you're doing too much. You understand?
Them old school values there.
Type of mentalities and stuff, which is so funny to me. But again, I feel like that's where the divide comes, because obviously we're in a different time now where we're more self-sufficient. We are more exposed to certain things and knowledge, whereas I think our elders, they weren't exposed to as much as we were. And with that said, I feel like it's put a little strain on how we are culturally, as well as like our work ethics and stuff like that. So even though we are go-getters, we're on a smarter.
Not harder type thing.
Not work harder. They go and get 2 jobs if you don't have no money. I ain't getting 2 jobs.
Nah. I was gonna get that one. I got my side hustle.
But I feel like it's a mixture of both. We're self-sufficient and we're selfish at the same time, because we're not looking out for the elders. But question, do you find that Styler, you ain't got no children, innit? Got children?
Soon.
Have you got children? No, because it's leading to my question.
Yeah.
It's leading to my question. But the question is...
No, I'm done. That was too long, brother. Did you see what it was too long? Yes,
the question I was trying to ask was, right? Do you find that children, they come home and they don't say good evening? I remember growing up, we had to come in and say good evening, mom, good evening,
I
dad.
still cuss my children for it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I still cuss them. Like, you're all right. You came in the room and the first thing you should say is good morning, not walk past me. But I get fully offended because, and I feel as well, it's a difficult one, because for us, we know how we was raised compared to now. These children, they're being raised so differently. Now we've got the soft parenting type thing now.
I'm not
now
it's like,
now it's like everyone wants to be friends with their child as well.
Me.
But there's levels, and there has to be boundaries set with that. So I feel like sometimes that kind of cuddling them and doing too much and then wanting to be friends on top of that, now they think they can come and chat about anything to you. Like you said, Marissa, there's certain things you can't talk to the elders about.
I agree with Nads, but I'm going to shift it again, because I feel like the government had to take some of that blame too. Because
100%.
Because like the parenting, like even like my missus, she works in a school, and some of the stories that she comes back and tells me is just so weird to me, because even in my day going to school, I'm making myself sound old now, but when I went to school, them things that couldn't happen. But it's like now, kids will look at you and be like, you can't say that because I'm going to call social services.
Oh my days.
So, like,
these kids are
child line.
Child line.
Yeah.
Before I give you something.
You want to call them for you?
You can't even
There's
beat
my
them.
door right there. I will call them. I will pack your bags.
Right.
And when I was growing up, like I hardly was rude, but if I done something, I wasn't even rude. I didn't even do nothing.
Yeah,
My
I was
grandmother would
mischievous.
I might just come home late or something, yeah. Because you know this British summertime, for all my Jamaica followers that are watching, we have a British summertime whereby our clocks change. I know it sounds weird, but our clocks change, and then at 8 o'clock it still looks like 4 o'clock, basically. Yeah.
No, they got us messed up.
I swear, one original Jamaica was like, clock change.
What?
What do you mean the time got forward?
Control.
What do you mean?
The control is real.
Yeah, so all my Jamaica followers, we have this thing where our clock change, and it literally at 8, because in Jamaica at 6 o'clock it's night. We call it night. Yeah.
It's
So,
night.
but in England, 6 o'clock over here. It's still evening, very much bright. So I'll be out playing with my friends, you know, and my friends are good. They're out running around. They're out till late. And I come in at like, just look at 8 o'clock now. Oh my days, my grandmother. Even I'm taller than her at this point. She's like, if you think me will climb you and beat you.
That's the same thing my granny said. Same thing my granny said.
But this she said.
I think it's hard. More jump up and kick her down.
And then the embarrassing thing is that don't let them come out. Like just try to go home. Because if my grandmother comes out to the park, hi.
You hear the whole park, the whole government.
You hear the echo. But anybody ever see my Diane child? And then as you're walking home, now you know you're gonna get. She's not doing nothing, you know. The face, just the face. And then the
reach home before
when
you
reach home.
Do you know why I love that though? Because you was blessed to have grown like predominantly with your grandmother. And I feel like that is such a blessing because you can take so much. And I feel like I can see that in your movements and your morals and your way of life. And
Definitely.
For someone like myself, like both my parents are first generation British. They were both born here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like although my parents are really patriotic to their countries, Grenada and Jamaica, I feel like I didn't get as much information and culture from my Grenadian side as I did my Jamaican side. Like my Jamaican side made sure I know I'm Jamaican. Like they made sure.
Yeah, they don't play.
And then with that comes obviously how I behave and certain things like that. But I'm fully British, innit? Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely Caribbean, but I feel like we need to do more in instilling our culture in our children. I was watching something the other day and there was a teacher and he asked a lot of the children in the class, like, where are you from? And a lot of them couldn't really tell you.
Yeah.
They're like,
the
Caribbean or Jamaica, I think.
Go.
They're not
Go
sure.
America, it's worse. You say to America where you're from, and they tell you I'm American. No, but
Yeah,
where's your
they
parents from?
don't know
America.
their
Where's your grandparents from? America. Like
They really don't know.
They
They're
don't know
lost.
their
They're lost in the
ethnicity
source.
different from their race, different from the culture, different from their nationality. They just don't know the difference.
It's all too much. But even when it comes down to like addressing your elders, like I still tell my children whenever, even if it's like Marissa, that's Auntie Marissa to you.
Yeah, I
Do
get
you know what I'm
you,
saying?
yeah.
Like when you see my friends and they're my real friends, because my real friends ain't gonna. If you're not my real friend, you're not going to meet my kids, yeah? But at the end of the day, it's like, I still tell them, and the first thing they'll say to me is, why? But that's not my auntie, but that's not your uncle. It doesn't matter, don't ask no questions. It's manners. Yeah, when you see them,
it's
you
good
just
that you're instilling
set
that
the
into them,
levels
though.
there.
Yeah.
Because I feel we have to, because I feel ultimately, like, we're so busy. We're just, you know, the new generation, we're just so busy. Everything's so hectic. Social media's here. We're doing this, we're doing that. And in the midst of it, we can get so lost in just understanding it's those little seeds that we can, that we can implant.
Definitely. And what I've noticed even with that is children that, like, I've got friends and their children, like long time friends and their children would never call me auntie. Like my kids will call their mother auntie, but they would never call me auntie. And I've seen a difference in those children. Like the respect is different. Like they don't have that much respect. And yes, how are you doing today? Well, I'm all right, thank you. Instead, it will be, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like, as we said, we need to instill more of these things because it's changing the way we are.
Yeah, the
as
dynamics.
As people.
Yeah? There's no respect. People can't even get up for the elderly woman on the bus.
Yeah.
Or the
Holding
train.
up in doors, things like that.
Yeah?
It's true, yeah.
And this is why we can't have those conversations with the elders because, number one, they don't even want to have no conversation with us.
It's a disconnect, it's a disconnect. Yeah.
A lot of the young people are very disrespectful, unruly, and they don't want nothing to do with it. They just want to take their shopping and go home.
Yeah.
Right? But what happened to the days when back in the days that you used to see an old woman and you used to say, Mommy, can I help you?
Exactly. I used to have to carry the ugly trolleys.
Let me help
You know
you.
Listen, them. Oh, what the
trolley?
proper trolleys?
If you
No, I'm not
would
gonna
you
lie,
ever
when-
catch my son with a trolley? Never.
I'm not
Said
gonna
no.
lie. We be in the shop sometimes, and
But
me
that's my
and my
fault.
kids will see a young youth rolling one of them, and I'll be like, "Listen, that's what you guys need to be doing. Yeah, don't play with it." But the way they'll
I
be,
can't lie,
the way they'll be, Yeah.
Cabbages, onions.
The way they'll be laughing at that but I'm like, listen, that child is doing what he's supposed to do, going and getting the shopping for his mum, because his mum's probably doing a million things at home or coming from work or whatever. So I think there's a level of children not really understanding the responsibility and how much is on us as parents. Because I feel like it's not about making them do parent tasks. It's about, as they get older, bit by bit, you give them the opportunity to see what responsibility feels like. Yeah? So if mum is in the kitchen, then go and get the Hoover and you go and do something in the front room.
No, they're in the games.
This is it. 1 minute, mum, 1 minute. That 1 minute turns into a whole hour, bro.
That's facts.
But you know what else? Yeah, sorry. I feel like this from the Windrush community.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of culture and a lot of great things they can instill in us, but I feel like there was a loss in that time, because coming over here, you're coming to a whole different culture, and as you said, Nads, what is British culture? So now you're trying to find your way, and then with that, certain things are unprofessional to them. They're thinking, right, I can't speak patois. I can't have my hair this way. I can't dress this way and style how I used to style in yard, and everything starts getting watered down. And then what they pass on to their children now is, your hair can't nappy. Comb out your hair. You have to look clean and so you can look like the rest of the boys in your school, and this and that. And then it trickles down. Yeah. And then the sense of belonging now is lost. You know, and then it trickles down generations.
It does, because it's only recently that we were able to actually wear our own hairstyles in the workplace.
But even now, I'm still seeing in schools where they're saying people are getting expelled if you don't have. Like I'm still seeing that. Like it's crazy. Like in 2025, I'm still seeing that very thing. So,
what if I went
do you know what? No, it's true. But do you know what it shows me? It shows me how powerful we are. The fact that we're constantly being kind of watered down by mainstream society, like by the media, by the people that really control the things. Like we're constantly being attacked, because if we were really to stay in our roots, be in our roots, understand it, respect it and pass it on, it's a problem. Genuinely, or else they wouldn't keep doing it. They would just allow us to be us. So when the Windrush generation came over, they would have just allowed them to do what they need to do. But no, you have to integrate into our culture, because then that way we can control you better. We know what you're doing, where you're going. And more time, we're putting you in a ghetto anyway. We're building the ghettos for you, so your kids can then turn out like ghetto youths. It's a problem.
And you're spot on with what you said, and that's why I have to big up my grandmother 1,000 times, and my grandfather. He passed away now, but my grandfather as well, because they broke that cycle. And I really wanted to press on this topic, because when my grandmother came here in 1952, she told me the name of the ship, El Reina Pacifica del Sol. Yeah, she remember it. Wow. So that was the name of the ship. She came just 3 years after the Windrush ship, the official Windrush ship, and her only boyfriend, which is my granddad, my grandmother was 14, he was 15, she met him. She's been her only partner. She's now 96. She's never had any other partner, you know what I mean? So her only partner, like his mum was already here in England, and she sent for her son, which is my grandfather, and then he sent for my grandmother. And she woke up the next day, she was 23 when she got here. She came to Liverpool in the docks, then she got in a train in to Ladbroke Grove, Notting Hill area. And in those days, it was called Notting Dale. It was a very poor area. It was like loads of like mews and horse and pig, like just smelly, stink. And she said when she came here, it was black and ugly. That was her exact words.
Yeesh.
Like it was literally, she said it was black and ugly, steam, like black fog everywhere. Yeah. She said the people then wasn't clean. They was nasty. They stunk. They never used to wash. And she wanted to go home. Because they all thought that England was this bed of roses. It was sold to them like, you're coming here to pave with gold.
I was going to ask you that. What was the promise that was given to them? Because there was something that was told,
to come here, the current money. Yeah.
The country.
To come here. But actually what they was coming to do is build up the country.
We give you free citizenship on them.
So they came here to build up the country. And my grandmother wanted to go home. She said the first thing she encountered, she was very lucky because her mother-in-law had a house in Ladbroke Grove. Yeah, very lucky, because when she went to get her home, she saw the sign that says no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. Yeah, so they used to segregate the blacks to Irish and the dogs, right? What did the dogs do? What did the Irish do? Like, I don't get it. Like, but anyway, that's what they used to say. And luckily, my grandmother was able to go and live with her mother-in-law, and they turned to business. They opened up Caribbean restaurants, blues clubs, jazz clubs, a lot of popular stuff in Ladbroke Grove were opened by my family, you know what I mean? And they did that, and then they were able to rent out their property to Irish. The Grenadians started coming over after that. The Dominicans started coming in. The other islands started coming in, and they were renting out the property. And West London became a big hub for Caribbean community. Yeah, so a lot of Grenadians live in Shepherd's Bush, Ladbroke Grove, that part of the area. That's where they're from. And then what happened was they started to like do the restaurants. Bob Marley, when he used to come to England, stayed at my granddad's house. He used to, my granddad, I can say this now because my granddad passed away, but my granddad used to sell Bob Marley drawers. I can say it now because my granddad passed away.
Oh my God. Oh, it's all coming out now, mate. It's all coming out.
Mr. Officer, I don't care, I nick him. So he used to do that as well, yeah. So, my granddad used to drive like Mercedes cars and that, which back in the day was big time cars. He used to get harassed by the police. My grandmother used to tell me stories that she'd be at home. One time she was pregnant with my auntie and a petrol bomb just landed in her lap. She threw a petrol bomb through the window, like just sheer racism.
Done.
And things like that. She used to get stopped, harassed by the police. Police would call her a wog. One time they pulled her hair.
What, a wog?
Yeah, wog, gollywog. Yeah, gollywog, racism. So one time they pulled my grandmother's hair and she laughed because she had a wig on at the time and it came off in their hand.
They must have been
and she laughed and she was laughing after them and cussing them and so forth. And that was a funny story she told me. But she's been through it all is what I'm trying to say. And what she did, what I have to big her up is they bought their property from back in those days, kept it. And this now, Ladbroke Grove and Chelsea are the most affluent areas in the whole country. So them same properties are worth 4 million, 5 million. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Where a lot of people did this but sold it off things like that. Do you know what I mean? My family still live in the area, thankfully, in West London. You know what I mean? And like, I just wanted to say, like, the affluent people that come into Chelsea now and they look at us, they have to look at us with respect because you came and saw us. You understand? When you came, we were already there. My grandmother was always telling them, from 1952, me there, England. And do you know what's ironic? She don't even know her own flag because her flag was invented in 1962. That's when Jamaica became independent. Her flag is the red, white and blue British flag. That's all she knows. She can sing the God Save the Queen word for word better than I can. I don't even know it. You get me? So they're very patriotic from then. So I just wanted to say big up to my grandmother for the journey and, you know, what she went through. And like, I've learned so much from her and that's why I am how I am now. You get me? So that's why I can't relate to some of the things you lot are saying, but I see it. I see it with other people. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. But you did ask, Mammy, like, what can we do?
Yeah, what do you feel like could be done to, bridge the gap?
I feel like we can't look to the past anymore. We can't live in the past. We can look at it, we can learn from it, but we can't live in it. Why I say that is because we can't recreate what's already been done. All we can do is create our own version. So the bits and bobs that we have taken from our ancestors and from, the grandparents and rare, then we can pass those little bits down to our kids. But we have to now twist it because it's a whole new ear that's listening. It's a whole new generation that don't understand the way things were taught back then. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can't just talk to them. We have to show them. We want them to be leaders. We need to be leaders.
Definitely.
Yeah? We want them to be business owners. We teach them. You don't just go to school and become a sheep. You go to school, you learn the basics and you become a boss.
Jeez, come on. Drops mic. Come on, lads.
Thank you.
Bigger the gang in the studio. Yeah. Naz, yeah. Hey, Naz, you prepared that one, didn't it? You prepared that one.
She didn't. I thought you said something else. I did.
Not the way like Churchill.
Yeah, I feel like, obviously, back in the day, there was a pub called Harriers that my dad used to take me to on Relton Road, Brixton, yeah. Very, very Caribbean culture. There was a lot of us Caribbeans there, as well as Irish, yeah. But we knew our culture because the music, the food, the conversation. We've still got Domino's Club in Brixton, but it's not really marketed in a way for us to go and chill and play and talk.
This generation.
This generation, yeah. But I feel like what we could possibly do is create spaces for intergenerational conversation.
Open and transparent.
Yes,
Let's share it. Let's share music. Like there's a song that, like Styler, you could tell us. There's probably a song. As an example, a lover's song, right? What's the lover's version of today? exchange what we know and
Facts.
how we, you know,
Most
what
of
it
the
makes
songs
us
of today
feel.
are sampled from songs back in the day
Exactly.
anyway. Even sometimes
Exactly.
my little
They are.
cousins come singing it and my grandmother finishes the words and they're looking at my nan like, because it's just recreated.
It
like.
really is.
We need to sit down, create a little Bible of herbs and spices to help us.
Yes, baby.
Well, I mean,
You
look,
know,
we've
push
got
it
it.
out
We've
in the
got the
community.
internet now, so I feel like a lot of the times it's not really a thing of like we're lazy. Let's just be real. Like,
Yeah, but there's too much
to an
distractions on the
extent,
internet, though. There's too much distractions on the internet because the internet's
It is,
big,
but
wide web.
It
so
is, but if you want information, you can zone in and get that
yeah,
information.
but why would they want to do that when there's other distractions? Why would they want to go learn about this when they
not
can
wrong.
go learn about that?
You're
So we
not
have
wrong.
to do something to channel them and show them the importance of learning about. You know what I mean? That's what I think anyway. It's too much distractions. You get me? It's too much distractions. Yeah, literally.
For sure.
Yeah, well, that's what I was waiting to see. Yeah, quietly
I'm
thinking
not
something.
thinking anything. I'm just listening because remember I'm from a different like thing. So
We say from Mars.
no, I'm just no. I just mean that
Venus.
born in Jamaica and then coming over here at age 11. It's kind of like different. So I'm just listening to you guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of experience, but I don't really have much to add on that.
But your experience over here in seeing the younger generation, my question to you would be, how is it different to the younger generation in Jamaica growing up? Well,
That's a good question.
Yeah, I forgot to tune in next week for the answer.
he says a whole new
You just
topic
put
by
me on the
itself.
spotlight.
100%, 100%.
Would they survive?
Oh, that's a good
No.
question.
They would not. My daughter would not survive made
And,
in
and
cold
what
water.
would be the reasons of that?
Listen, she's used to heating,
Yeah.
hot water, a bath.
Only called
The
all them.
last-
You know, that kind of easy life. You go to Jamaica now, most people, it's unless you got a tank, it's cold water. She ain't gonna survive in that. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. I love you, baby, but you ain't gonna survive.
And you're not wrong. You're not
They're not.
wrong.
So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like more open conversations need to happen
Yeah.
and transparency. And I feel like the youth, them need to stop being so distracted and listen. A lot of people, they're not listening to understand, they listen to respond. And that's the problem. And I have that problem too, to be fair. So yeah, just need to work on that.
Yeah, man, I like that topic, man. Big topic, I like that.
yeah, I like that too.
Big up the Windrush generation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, big up the Windrush
Yeah,
generation.
big them up.
There's some, do you know what? Let's
There
go on to
is.
the events. There's some events happening as well.
there
So I know
is.
Nad's got some events for us as well. Let's move on to the events side of things.
The events, guys. So the big Caribbean lunch is happening in Brixton, guys. And it's on Sunday, the 22nd of June, 12 till 7 p.m. and at the Windrush Square. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to support that, it's an amazing thing to support, of course. And
Intergeneration.
this is
Yeah,
it,
I love
and
that,
you'll
yeah.
get the elders and the youngers and everyone mixed in the one, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And just to show them some respect and show them that they're still valued and they matter. So yeah, guys.
I might take a stroll down there and
can't
make
we- but
a
can't we
granddad
have
teach me how to
these-
play dominoes, you know, because I can't play dominoes to save my life.
Yeah,
I
you better get
can,
down there.
but I can't do the slap down thing.
but I
like,
knew it,
when I do it, I
though.
feel weak.
You don't play dominoes.
Don't
yeah.
test me on
I'm
my
gonna
nudity,
forget
I'm
that.
gonna
I
kill you.
try, but it just
Alright.
don't lie. It don't
Oh,
connect.
if you get
No, you
that
have to
6, if you
slam
get that
it.
double,
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see Nad's like do the double 6. No,
The British way. That's the British way.
innit?
Yeah, that's the
Matchy,
British
matchy.
way.
No, you have to.
If you know how to read the game,
You have to do Jamaican style. What are the man them for everyone?
the harder the slap, the more they move
Yeah,
around.
it's mad thing.
Right.
It's mad thing.
Like,
But I say
dominoes,
that,
yeah.
don't test
Yes.
me on Ludi though.
Yeah,
Don't
bad
test me on
Ludi,
Ludi.
yeah,
Oh,
bad
okay,
Ludi.
I
Don't
don't
test
know
me on
how to
Ludi.
play
Bad
that. So
Ludi.
you got
See,
it.
we need to do more. You know what? It's not
We're gonna
everyday
have a
raving. You
games
know, we need
night.
to have a little games night.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have
yeah.
games
Love
night.
a
We're
games
gonna have-
night.
We need to do that. We need to
Love
do
a
that still. We
games
need to have a little
night.
games night. Get that
Yeah.
going. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
sure, for
I
sure.
wanted to just add with the Windrush thing. I know there's a Windrush event happening in St. King's College Hospital as well on Wednesday, the 25th of June. But I wanted to say, I feel like these events, why do we have to just wait till Windrush? Like, why can't we just have them throughout the year? It's like Black History Month. Why we only got to celebrate? Like, why can't we do these little things like throughout the year? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, promoters.
Systematic control.
True that. But yeah, another event that's coming up. First of all, I want to big up Fam Jam.
Come on.
All right.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Big
whoop,
up Fam
whoop,
Jam.
whoop.
And you know what? We actually have the man himself in the building. So
But it's off.
I
He's
don't
off air. But if
he's
shout
off
him out,
air.
you might be able to hear him.
I don't know, like if we can, if you
right,
can
say
come on
hi,
and just come and say hi to the people.
Just
Them
come say hi to the
a
people.
very
them.
successful
Big up the
event.
event, big up the
Yeah,
event.
so come on. Father Webb, yeah. Big up yourself.
over there.
Come on, come on.
Big up.
Chris, for 2 seconds, yeah. All we need to do for 2 seconds, can I get down on the end?
Of course.
And then put you into the middle, just for 2
man.
seconds.
Oh,
Because I can't believe we got him. I can't believe we got him on the camera.
Welcome, friend.
This guy don't talk to no. Listen, this guy don't talk to no one.
The whole time he was like, no. Styler said that.
Listen, people, this guy don't do this thing. I can tell you from now. Like, you lot have probably seen his face before, and he's always in the background with his cup, just chilling. And it's all about the kids. You know what I mean? He's a family guy. He's enjoying the vibes. And we're talking about culture. This guy makes sure his children know their culture. He
Love
makes
that.
sure of
Yes,
that.
yes.
He makes sure of it. So, I want to open the floor. You talk about
Absolutely
Fam
love
Jam.
that. Yes, Fam Jam. So you guys had a successful event, you know, it was a collaborative. I absolutely loved it. It was my first time going, and I had the pleasure of obviously going and doing some hosting with a girl. Yeah. Marissa performed.
I feel like, Nads, you got to take back to the beginning. We need to know, like, why Fam Jam? How did it start? Like, let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah, good question.
And then we move forward.
You know how it started all from
I
the
know,
living
but they
room,
tell the people them.
Yeah, I'm
And the
sure
people
most
don't
people
know.
know. You know
They
the way
don't know,
that
yeah.
me barefoot doing the thing, normal things, innit?
Not the
It's how it's
barefoot, bro.
supposed to be, though. You get me? Just organic, normal, ramping with your family. Rare. It's just that the fact that Charmaine always recorded us anyway before socials. You get me? Yeah. So, boy, I said to her, boy, why not? Innit? Like, pull it on socials. Rare. And then eventually, a few years down the line, like, nah, we thought like we went to we used to always do things as family anyway, like go to, not used to, still do, but go to all these Raver Tots and
events,
Big Fish, Little Fish and all these family events. But there was the things that was like our culture, they were things that was like underground all the time.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense, fam. We have to go to the family fun days or rare to hear what we like. You get me? It was never inside somewhere in a bag of us. You get me? Having fun. You get me? Other than that, it will be carny or something. You get me? It don't make
And
sense.
that's not really safe, is it?
And no one's bringing their youths there. You get
That's
it?
the vibe it gives. It gives carnival inside in a
carnival-wise,
safe
yeah.
space.
Come on, man. Safe space for
I
everyone.
said
You get me?
we got
And
to
the fact
bring
that Charmaine's
the front
who she
room
is
vibes. We
brings
got to
in
bring the
everyone.
front room vibes to
Outside,
yeah.
fam.
And then kept the first. When was the first one, my bro? It was December.
December, the Christmas thing.
The Christmas 22nd December last year, recent.
Oh, right.
Recent, yeah. So So like December,
realise that.
like December 22nd was the first one, and then they were like, yeah, Styler, got to get you DJing. I was like, alright,
That's how
cool.
the connection.
I was like, alright, cool. Say no more. Like, went down there, obviously done my.
He was bringing the vibe, bro. It only makes sense, fam.
done my thing, and then the second one we done it in April.
Yeah, April.
Okay.
5th, April the 5th.
Yeah.
And then again, brought the vibe again. But that one was special because that one sold out in 5 days.
Yeah. It let us know the demand.
Yeah, that one sold out in 5 days. And that was like a 350 capacity event. And then these guys were like, yo, Styler, we need to get serious now. Like, we need to, because obviously I do Dream Experience, the kids' entertainment or whatever. Charmaine and Dan were like, yo, it just makes sense. Like, we need to link. And then, like, we need to, make it happen, take it like onto a bigger level. And then we were just like, all right, cool. We didn't know if we could sell out Box Park because it's a 2,000 capacity venue. We didn't know, but we certainly said we're gonna have a go. And then,
And you just did it.
yeah, and then it just
like that.
did like just
When I
like
got
that.
there, there was a queue.
Yeah.
There was a queue, and I thought, am
You
I
got it
supposed to
early
wait
as well.
in that?
Not even, though.
You're
supposed to go around the
Yeah,
side.
he said, hold on, we're team me. They can't let me do. Excuse me,
good,
sir. I'm part of the team. Can I go in, please? Yeah, but
No,
it was vibes. Still.
I love it. So as far as that, obviously, because it's so family orientated, and you come from obviously being like a YouTube family, yeah.
Rob,
Instagram,
TikTok first.
TikTok,
was the
yeah.
main
Tik-
one, yeah.
Right, okay, cool. So social media family, right? And so how much of the children inspire or have an input into how Fam Jam kind of, the entertainment that you might put in there? Because I see mascots and
What, listen, our kids are bored every 5 minutes.
yeah.
So that's why we got to bring in a bag of things, you see it? Like, we got to bring in even more next time just because we know, like, it keeps kids busy and we want the adults to enjoy the whole vibe anyway. Like your kids are busy over there and you're skanking over here. You get
Yeah.
That's
But
what
they're
we
safe. They're not
safe.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows they're
that's what I
safe,
loved
you get
about it.
Yeah, so that's Dan's vision. He's always said to me like, "Raw." He wants here to make sure that the adults can get to hear the tunes that they want to hear, not Cocomelon and Wendy and Baby Shark and all that. Like, yeah, because you know, if you take your kids to a kids party and you sit down, you're just thinking you can't wait for it to get over with, innit?
Mate.
We don't
the
want
amount
that
of
for Fam
small
Jam.
talking that I don't even want to do.
Exactly. While your kids are playing
For
parcel
the kids,
parcel.
innit?
So we didn't want that. We wanted it to be like you're actually out in a dance and a rave. You're hearing all the tunes, all the bangers, clean versions, but you're hearing
Yeah, I was
them.
just about to say that
yeah.
without the profanity.
Yeah, you're hearing them, but then your children are getting entertained, but you're also enjoying as well. And it's also family bonding. It brings us back to that whole generational thing. You can bring your grandmother. You can bring, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like one of the times, I might bring my grandmother. I might.
Why
bring her.
not though?
Well, yeah, why not?
That's the point.
Literally.
So
You know what I don't know if the mic can pick
Oh
it up.
no.
Yeah.
You might.
it can if you talk up. It will definitely pick you up.
What
Yeah.
I found about the event, right?
Yeah.
It was very informative.
Yeah. Oh,
My
nice.
daughters asked me, "What flag is that?
Okay. Yeah.
What flag is that?"
Geography.
Do you understand?
It tested me. Remember?
Test me, boy. Yes, I
Do
don't
you know
know.
what I mean? And
No, I
I
love
feel
that.
like, again, it is very intergenerational, informative,
Yeah.
and fun. Like I actually enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
And
I
I was
love that.
working.
You were, yeah.
exactly,
I'm
yeah,
the
the-
same.
Yeah, I was just about
yeah.
to say that it's fun and working, but I've got a little confession there. And don't laugh, yeah? I used to be scared of mascots and clowns. I said don't laugh. I be all.
You don't want to
Don't
come to the
worry.
next. You don't want to come
But
Halloween.
you know what?
Don't come Halloween one.
A
But you
lot of
know
people
what?
are actually. I
Yeah,
didn't
but you know what? I was
Really.
like, you lot are actually all right, innit?
They're skanking up.
Remember the tin man came up to us when we were doing the
Tin Man.
Yeah, the tin man. She was like, she didn't move, guys. She was like this, and the man was like, yeah.
What,
Do you
Mirror
remember?
Man?
So sorry.
Yeah, the mirror. Yeah,
Big on the
it's
Mirror
like
Man.
silver.
Big on the Mirror Man. I'm so sorry. She's minuted and reduced you down to the Tin Man.
I'm sorry.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. No, it's a Mirror Man, but yeah, big on the Tin
Okay,
Man.
but
yeah.
Listen, it was
But that
hella
was
awkward for
fun.
a hot second, yeah.
I'm gonna completely get over my feet because next time I'm going to take a picture, yeah? So no one can laugh at me.
Fam Jam, that's what we do, man. We
Absolutely
get
love it.
people over their fears and all these things. So yeah.
So off of the back of that, you guys have the Fam Jam after hours, you know. So before we get into the promo for that, would you like to give a little something and let us know a bit more about it?
Basically, it was just another demand thing. While we were having fam jams, people are coming up to us saying, yo, you don't need to do an adults one. So just a spin-off. And obviously, you know what vibes we bring already. So it's that on an adult level.
No picnic this
Everyone better
time.
be skanking up in this thing this time. You see me?
I wanna see
Everyone's
wanna-
shocked to skank when their kids are there. But
Bear
this time,
Crabbins, blood.
hear what I'm
Oh,
saying.
listen, I had Marissa's daughter in my arms, and we were doing a
Go
lot.
and crab up that night.
We was doing a lot, okay?
So
back to the culture.
So you lot are rolling, yeah? 25th of
come
July,
on,
yeah?
man, we're there.
Alright, cool.
We're there.
Bring that
We're
culture
there.
back because you know back in the day when they were whining and you can't even tell if they're moving or not, and you're like, you just, and they're like, don't worry, I'm moving in the right places.
Oh
Sure.
my God.
They used to call it peel after while.
Well,
peel
yeah.
off.
I'm done. So
Hear
yes,
that?
guys, Fam Jams After Hours is officially on Friday, the 25th of July, 10:30 p.m. till late. And yeah, we're
25th of
London.
July?
We're gonna be there.
Hold on,
Just
Styler.
round the corner, babe.
No, do you know why she's
Styler.
saying that? I know.
What?
There's a reason why Coco's saying
Yes,
that, but
it is
Coco,
your
don't worry.
Don't
We got
worry,
this.
don't worry.
We actually land back in the country on that day.
On the day?
Yeah, on that day.
Surprised if this guy.
Yikes.
We're gonna be on a mission, but we'll talk about that another time. We're on an operation still, but yeah, you're rolling still. We land off the plane, sleep, gone.
I'll be too hyped. Give me
I
a
love that.
Fam Jam
I
after
love
hours.
that.
What we got next? What we got next? Oh yeah, tickets are on Eventbrite, by the way, just to let you know. You can get to the link in Fam Jam Events UK bio,
And
Dream
it'll be linked in
Experience,
the bio.
DJ Styler, out of many, any, you know the vibes. Yeah, that's what the link is.
Yes,
We
guys.
got next steps.
Yeah, the next event we've got, guys, is Mo Rocks Weekender. Big up Bad Andrew, dope DJ. He puts on so many events, guys. This weekend is between the 4th and the 8th of December. Your girl Glam Naz will be doing behind the scenes there. So if you want to catch me all old up on the beach, baby, make sure you get, book your flight. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
a good event.
Sometimes you just need to come out the grey skies of December.
It is a good event.
And touch us up.
I played there the first one, and it's been my favorite weekend that I've ever played at. So big up Bad Andrew. Now trust me, because of the location and it's so mature. The people them that are there, I should be there this year, but unfortunately I gotta go Gambia, so I can't make it. But
Unfortunately, you know.
no, but I mean for the event is.
I love it.
If you can make it to that event there, Mo Rocks, it's proper lit because Agadir is really cheap in December, and it's still quite warm. It's not too cold, and the vibes of the people them that go there, because some of these weekenders they carry little teeny boppers and they're quite young, but this crowd they're very mature, they're elders, they enjoy themselves. When they come out, they dress nice. It's proper, it's nice, man. Big up Mo Rocks.
Well, yeah, we're there for the good vibe. So yes, Mo Rocks guys, go on the website to obviously get yourself all, you know, your bits and your bobs.
Book through Nads.
Yeah, you can book through me and get your little discount too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so follow up Mo Rocks Weekender, guys. Okay. So the next event, guys, is TLU, the link up, okay? It's Brown and Cream Affair, my lovelies, and that's Platinum Sterling's event, PP Promotions, so big them up. Again, I'll be doing some content behind the scenes there as well. So
Active this summer, innit? You know what I'm saying? This summer, that's...
we outside, okay? Mama needs to work, baby. Okay.
I love that.
I'll be there, guys. Yes, and this event is on Saturday, the 19th of July, 2 p.m. till 9 p.m. So it's an afternoon. It's a real day party situation, guys. So you can't rock up at 4 p.m. and you're going to get the most of it. You know, just get there on time, get your tickets, obviously through PP Promotions, guys. And yeah, man, we're finna vibe out this summer.
Thank you for the event roundup. There you go. And people, if there's any more events that we miss, of course there are, you can always put them in the comments and all these things. And send us the flyers. If you want us to come and capture some content at your event, get some beside the scenes. These lovely ladies are here as well. You can contact us and we'll come and do that for you. All right? Cool.
All right, my lovely people, that was Glam Nads with the event update. Lisa Mercedes has received a 2-year suspended sentence involving herself in a drug ring. So,
That's crazy.
yes.
Man. I thought it was going to be good news.
Girl, you know, we got to bring the people.
Do you know what?
It's the realness, innit?
It's sad to see, man. Sad to see. I read the comment on that post and someone said, that's why you never wish to have somebody's luxury life because you don't know how they get it.
That's a fact,
Yeah.
Marissa. That is a fact.
It's not just her though. There's
It's
somebody
not
else.
just her.
called
There's
Mr. Lucky or
more,
something.
but obviously
He's
it's
not very
lucky.
lucky though, is
It's
he?
Yeah.
a ring. It's a
It's a ring,
Yeah,
but
but
obviously
he got
because
just got
she
sent
has.
another 10 years. He's not very lucky though, is he?
Very lucky.
I hear that, but I'm assuming because she's the bigger star and whatnot,
Yes,
her
sir.
face is gonna be out there. You know how the meet.
Yeah, but
Come on,
the
you know how
news-
we do
The
it.
news posted up the Yardie posters of his dance.
Well,
Like when they raided his house, it said that they found a bang of phones and they found event posters and they literally put the event out there. You know, like the Yardie posters, they put it out there on the news.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's
well,
crazy.
that got the events some promo, but
It's not
are they
gonna
still
happen,
gonna
though.
go? Oh,
He's in jail. He got 10 years.
he better pass it on so people can collect the coins for him while he's away,
Do you know
honey.
what? Saying that, there was someone that
should
went
still
down
go
and they
ahead.
still had an event and they got a cardboard cutout of him. Like,
Oh no, stop it.
I can't remember who it was. I swear to
I'm
God.
done.
They kept the dance for him. He was inside, but his birthday party still happened, and they put the cardboard cutout.
But you
of
know
him.
what? They can do holograms now. Do you know what I'm
See,
saying? The man can still really fully
Listen,
jog out. Do you get
I'm not
me?
on that. Just run me back my refund. Run me back my refund.
Run it back.
Run me back my refund,
You say you
innit?
don't want no cardboard cutout,
Nah.
no hologram. Authorized ticket?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Do you know what it is? I think a lot of the times we look from the outside and we think celebrity lifestyle.
Yeah.
We think, oh, they must, things are easy for them. The matter of the fact is that they have to keep up with that lifestyle. So even if the music ain't bopping, even if the events ain't flying off the shelf, even if whatever ain't happening, they still have to find a way to meet.
I hear
the
that,
lifestyle.
but yeah, but come on.
I don't.
When you're an whatever you are, artist, host, presenter, or whatever, you're a brand. You become a brand. You're supposed to look after that brand. This is not looking after the brand. And the reason I brought it up is because we all can learn something from this situation. Go get a regular 9 to 5. I know we don't want to do it,
Yeah.
especially when
You don't have
you're
that much
you're
of
up
an ego,
here.
exactly.
You don't really want to do it. But come on. Anyway, moving on. That was that.
Well, I mean, do we want to
I
wish her the
don't
best?
think we should move on. Hold on. No, wait. Because you said
hold
something
on
very
now.
important.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should move on
wish you
because
the best.
we can all learn. But again, I don't need a situation like that to happen to make me learn. I know, I've been knowing this. And at the end of the day, I have my own company now, well, a few companies right now. And I say that like in the most humblest form of way. And if any of my businesses should ever pop down tomorrow, there's no way I'm turning to going and selling this
Well,
and
this is what I'm
this.
saying,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go and drive bus. I'm gonna go and sweep
Yeah.
floor. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go do
Yeah.
anything I need
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
to make ends meet. I'm not
100%.
going and doing that. So I just feel like, no, like we make too much excuses sometimes for these people, and they have a choice at the end of the day.
do.
And some of these people, and I'm not talking about these people in particular, but some of these people are the quickest to look down at people and this and that. When
Start
really,
doing the
like that's
regulars.
why I don't red eye people, because you don't know how they're getting there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm
You know
not.
what
I
it
don't-
is? It's just quick money mentality, innit? Like,
no one wants to work and
Quick
graft.
money end up in a jail. That's what
Well,
it gets you.
It comes quick, it goes quick, honey.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
but the time doesn't.
But I'm not saying we
Sometimes
all
get in
need to be
jail.
goody two shoes.
Can't get it back.
Don't get me wrong. I got people in my family that do certain things. We all probably got a little wrong in here and there. I got brethren that
not
get me.
wrong, yeah.
No, we doing
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah,
let's
yeah.
keep it real in it.
We're
Like we're
not
not gonna sit
judging, we're
here.
just
We're not
having a
judging. But you
conversation about
see what I would always say, yeah, because you can't really judge a man because you don't know what man has to go through to do certain things, yeah. But what I would say, and I would say we can learn in this way, if you're gonna do that or you feel like you have to do certain things, know when to stop. You
Yes,
get me?
right,
There's a time when you can get
right.
out of it. You see, when you made that
Yes.
money and you
There
got the
is.
flossing, get out of it.
Yeah.
Take that money and invest and get out of it. Why
Make
you
it
got
That's what I was
legit,
gonna
make
say.
it
A lot of
legit.
people do this to feed the lifestyle and feed the flossing and that, but they get a lot of money, you know. Well, and they don't even have the mentality of to where to put it.
That's
To
it.
invest it.
That's it.
To
Yeah.
invest it.
Facts.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
This is the problem. The glitz and the glams.
Really is, but you know, hopefully she won't. You know, when they come out of jail, they'll still be
Oh,
able
she's
to.
been suspended, by the way.
Oh,
sentence-
hers is suspended.
Yeah, hers
Okay.
particular. One, I read that it was 2 years suspended, so she has to do 50 hours of unpaid community service, and but it's just embarrassing, isn't it?
It is
You don't want all that as
embarrassing.
an artist. She can't come and make a song
I
again.
would have done the
Yeah, the
50
brand is
hours
mad.
and get me bigger check.
Well, if she's smart, she
Right,
would
right.
fairs. But if she's
better
smart, she would use that situation and put that in the music.
That's what I would
Do you know
do.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll do the 50 hours
put
and
it
I'll
in
say,
the
look,
music.
I made a mistake.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
facts, man.
Yeah, you're
Spin
right.
it, spin it.
Empower.
That's it.
Because
There's
Mitchie
the
Boo,
younger- the
Mitchie Boo
drug
got in problem
use,
the
yeah.
other day, and she's now doing all these interviews. She's empowering mental health. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's
That Mitchie.
Yeah.
I love Mitchie.
Yeah.
Big up
Big up
Mitchie.
Mitchie.
I want Mitchie.
I like
boo.
Mitchie Boo. I like her as a person.
Mitchie Boo.
But I'm
She's
saying,
honest woman.
But I'm saying, yeah, what she went through, she's turned it around. She's doing interviews. She's doing it. She's holding her head high. She get me. So what Nads is saying for real, she can turn it around and go into schools and preach and tell them, look, don't get in the roads. I did it. I went that. You get me? You can turn it around for real, for real.
Don't forget, touch a color, touch a surgery.
Every time Mitchie Boo does
that.
an interview, yeah, she
I
breaks.
don't know that. I don't know what
Basically,
you're talking
that's
about.
Mitchie.
Okay.
That's Mitchie Boo's brand, innit? She
Okay,
keeps a
cool.
party every year. It's popping as well. Actually.
Oh,
It's
don't
popping.
say less.
People tune in from America,
yeah,
Canada,
yeah,
all over. Yeah. There's always some drama that happens after it, but it's popping still. And every time she does an interview, yeah, all you hear is, "Oh, I'm people, guys. You know me. I'm partying, touch a color, guys."
Yeah,
And
guys.
she's so funny,
okay.
like she doesn't miss any what do you call it, promo opportunity. I like her. I like Mitchie. I'm not gonna lie. Just like Queenie, I like them. I like them. I think they're good vibes. Big them
Alright,
up.
moving
Yeah,
on.
pick them up.
Be the Man launches a free music workshop for the kids in Kingston. Now, here's my take, yeah, because I really want to talk
you're
on
gonna say
this,
do it
yeah.
because of cartel. Go on, I'm
No,
ready.
no, that's not what I'm gonna say.
Why?
I'm gonna
Why?
say
First.
it's about time because I really and truly, you're not helping nobody. You don't boss nobody. You're very selfish.
Like when
Yeah, I
you try to
said it.
take the
I
mic
said
from
it
the
with
man.
chest. Drops
Big up
mic.
Beanie,
Where
though.
you going? Where you going, Stanley? You better sit down.
No, but honestly,
Where you going? Because I can't
Sorry.
run with you, so
I
you
know
better
I
sit down.
I know I said that with a lot of chest and it sounds like a lot of
Breathe it
aggression. But let's be honest, what artist has been a man boss?
Yeah.
Right? So the least him can do to give back to us and the children of Jamaica is to do a workshop. And I believe
BDG. He brought him on stage. I go and drink water and my
Beanie. Meet people.
yeah, but no, I don't know. That don't count.
That doesn't
I
count.
mean,
That doesn't
Beanie
count.
Man, if you're gonna say that you're the king of dancehall, you
Yeah.
should have done that long time
Long
ago.
time.
Long
Long
time ago, you
time.
should have fed
Okay,
your
but we
family.
don't know man's circumstances.
I was
Jamaica.
talking
though,
about.
guys.
I was saying something to Stella today when I first. What's the Stella or Jay? Jay. I said I first saw Beanie at age 6. At my old school, he got arrested and I saw him across the road and I'm still in my little school course. Yeah, it's looking cute. Still cute, but still. But yeah, I met him when I was 6, right?
Yeah.
And from 6 years old and I'm big 38, you don't boss nobody.
Alright, fairs.
You not even boss me.
Yeah, that's-
I'm a see you. Come on. So yeah, what's you guys' take on that?
Again, I feel like we need to give back to our communities when we are in a position that we are able to do so, especially as creatives and people in the public eye. I feel like we have a duty of care to our community. Beanie, big up yourself. I hope it goes well. And make this be a lesson to the rest of the artists. Them, don't wait till you're 50 odd. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you can't jump up on the stage like you used to.
Nice. Give back to the youth them so you can see and the rewards that you've reaped.
And leave a legacy.
Yeah.
Leave
Yeah,
a legacy.
legacy.
Yeah, he's a legend in
This
his
is
own
it.
right, you know. But
Yeah, he really
he
is.
needs to pass the baton on.
Yeah, I think this is it. Sometimes, you know, artists and creatives get in a space where they feel like I've worked so hard, I've had to go through, you know, grind through it, and now I'm where I am, and they want to hold it so tight. So they find it hard to say, okay, the next gen, hold this, come through.
If I see
Yeah,
Beanie in
but-
Kingston, I'm going to remind him about when he embarrassed Shane. I'm sorry to cut you.
Oh, okay, honey. Well, you don't want to bump into
that one
her then, mate.
personal.
I want to say about that one.
Personal.
Yeah, that sounded personal.
Personal. I don't
Nah,
know
just
Shane
spot on
in
though.
real
Spot on.
life.
Just spot on though.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Just spot on. They
So
hold on to it.
it really is. They do, yeah. They hold on to it, and it's a matter of just being like, you know what? It's okay to let go, because the more you help, the more really you actually help yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like any person that is gifted with a talent, with a skill, it's not to hold it to your own, it's to share it. Do you know what I mean? Sharing is caring, no? Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
And it's about teaching and learning, like Marissa said. It's about showing them the way. Like, yeah, when you get old and you get into a position, a higher power, look down and bless others because you've been blessed. Simple.
Some things you can't read out of a book, you can't be taught. It's someone's intrinsic value.
Yeah.
Share that value.
Share that
That's
value.
something that only you can give, if you know what I mean.
I think it's so ironic that everything we're saying comes back to Marissa's big topic of the whole generational thing, because as you said about the talent, like me, I'm not no artist, but I'm a very good DJ.
You're talented. You're talent, darling.
I'm a very good DJ.
Talk with the
Talent,
chest, man.
we
Talk with the
talent,
chest.
baby.
I'm confident. No. That's one thing I'm confident with. You say, my bro? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said more.
Blessings, my bro. Yeah, but especially with the DJ thing, I'm 100% confident. I could do that with my eyes closed. And it's not just about learning to DJ. I'm talking about the skill of, you can put me in front of any crowd and I don't know them, and I guarantee I'm going to make them dance because I know how to read. I can just look at a demographic and just know, I know what they want to hear. And if it don't work, I know what to play to make. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
to
that's
make it
that's a
work.
skill,
Yeah.
that I've got naturally, and I've always tried to pass on this skill. Like, I teach DJ lessons to the younger generation for free. Every single Friday, for free.
Big you
And
up, King.
yeah, no,
Big you
straight
up
up.
now,
And
for
it's
real.
not, I don't want no money from it, because you see me, yeah, I see we've all lived and we all know someone that's passed away and passed and gone. And we see, like, there's a couple DJs that have passed away that are my friends, yeah. And it's like people don't even know that they passed away. They don't even get mentioned. They're not even getting respect.
quite
You
a
know, and I just thought to myself, you know, when it's my time, yeah, I want someone to be able to can say, you know, that guy, he taught me how to DJ, or that guy, he gave me a new start in life. Or that's why all my members of staff, I now have 20 members of staff, and they're all between 16 and 25, yeah? All of their parents, they thank me every day, you know, for keeping their kids off the street. That's the kind of legacy that I want to set. Why be selfish? Like, I have no problem sharing another DJ's mix, or saying to DJ, yo, come bro, let's DJ. Like, some people, they don't want to share me because they feel like it's going to take away, it's going to dim their light. I'm not, bro, I'll share you because I'm confident in my craft, bro.
That part.
You can't take it with you.
You get what I'm trying to say to you?
People can't
So,
stand up and
like,
say,
the
"He
legacy
taught me that."
Yeah, that's the legacy. Live on, right?
So some of you elder
100%.
DJs out there, I call you lot dancehall fossils. You lot are fossils, yeah? No, they are. No, they
I'm
are.
done.
'Cause you
It's the
lot-
same
you-
thing with the podcasting world, though.
Oh,
It
they
gets
are.
like that.
You lot are
Trust me.
dancehall fossils, and you lot don't want to hand down the baton to the younger generation, and it's sad and it's embarrassing. Like, some of you lot out there, yeah, you lot are great all over, yeah, and you're out there saying the most on the back. No, it's just the truth. Like, I got a couple of greys and nothing wrong with it, but you lot are grey all over, literally all over, yeah. So you're literally like nearing 60 or up in age, yeah, and you're hanging onto this microphone and this dancehall thing and this yard thing, and you don't want to hand over the baton to the younger generation. Shame on you. That's all I can say.
That part.
Shame on you.
And you're right, Styler. Like, this conversation has really gone full circle. So then when we go back to what do we do as individuals to bring back manners and respect and bridge the gap between ourselves and the younger generation? Well, when I say lead by example, I really do. And that was the purpose behind, when it comes to generational, like, knowledge, understanding, and also leaving back something for my children. That's why I published my children's book. I had that in mind because I said, Yeah, so I self-published my children's book, Martha Panther's World.
What's the name?
Martha Panther's.
Plug that right now.
Martha-
Plug that.
yeah.
Yeah. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, guys. The actual book is called Martha Panther and Carlos Chameleon, the Hamster Overload. But it's Martha Panther's World because it's really just everything that happens in her world, right? And that's available Amazon UK, USA, and my website. So yeah, thank you guys. And
Come on.
it was the children in mind because I said to myself, no matter what I do in life, when I pass away, something has to be there for my kids to be like, Mum did. Even if they don't care about the podcasting, they don't care about the presenting, the hosting, whatever. That they can say, yeah, Mum did that when she barely had a penny. Mum did that. Okay. So yeah, thank you.
All right, my beautiful people, make sure you go and purchase the book. It's available internationally. Yeah, you can pay for shipping. Nothing is too expensive, but it's to teach your children them.
That is it.
Right. Amen.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, Queen.
The church say amen.
Amen.
Amen. Right.
Welcome for Prime Minister. I think it's the head. He's done
And the nails, it's everything, babe.
the brains.
My man, she came in, up, baby. Beat to the guys, honey.
Our final topic for this evening, guys. DJ Khaled reunites Vibes Cartel, Bound to Killer, Buju Bantana Mavado.
That's a big link.
DJ Khaled, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't trust that guy.
Happy sure.
I don't trust him.
I
I don't trust him, bro.
he was a
He's
part
such a
still.
culture vulture. He's a weirdo, bro.
But you have to remember, he's been
He's actually a
no.
weirdo.
But the thing is, he's
And what
been
does he
around
do on
these
the track? All
people.
he does is make weird, funny noises, and then it's just like it's not even needed.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Just let the artist be on the tune.
Have you seen
don't even
Shutters?
need to be on there.
Wait.
been around for
Here's
time,
a
baby.
question. Here's a
Yeah.
question. Here's a question.
Sorry.
I'm not a Khaled fan, right? But have you seen Shutters?
Yes, I have.
been
baby.
around.
He's
Yes,
been around these
yes.
things for years.
He's
been doing the
has.
He's known
public
He
thing.
has.
for
Sound
years.
thing.
Him and them been friends for years.
Yes.
I think
I hear it.
I don't really trust him, to be honest with you. I think he's a plant too. But the fact that he's reuniting Cartel and Mavado,
You
come on.
can't spin over that. You can't spin over
History.
that.
Okay.
think-
I'll
This
give
way,
him
you
that.
can't trust nobody.
think-
But
Can't
But
trust nobody.
You see, Khalid, we all know that this man is an innovator when it comes to this music thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing. When you see a link up like that, you know it's going to be a great link up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regardless of what his intentions are, you're dealing with what's that? 4 Jamaican men. Yeah?
Goats.
You're not gonna styler.
Banana, Kira, styler.
See what I done there?
I don't
See him
think-
artist. See what I got.
They are probably fully aware of what he is capable of, but you're gonna utilize it. If you can't use the people around you, then why are you around me?
I hear you. I fully hear you. I don't trust him. I rate what, bringing the kings together. I rate that. Okay, cool. That's fine. He's a weirdo. Sorry. He's just a weirdo. I hope he don't put no words on the tracks. Just let the man them do their thing. Please.
All right. So let me just put a spanner in the work here. I hear what you're both saying, and I think I actually agree with both sides. I think I agree with the fact that I don't know if he's a weirdo, but I agree with. I don't know that bit. But
That
I feel
was
like
my
I feel like
language.
there's an agenda there. Yeah, for
definitely a
sure,
plan,
100%.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
at the same
vulture.
time, he's doing great things, and you can't just say because he's is an agenda that he's not doing great things. No, he's doing great things, and not even just these 4 people. He's done some phenomenal things with phenomenal artists in the past, and it's not every producer that can do that. Like
Yeah.
we can't just go and call these 4 artists and then they just all forward together. So
And I don't think the artist is like my
he
stupid
does
either.
have that kind of respect. But let me just put a spanner in the works. What if that these artists know that? But they're also using him too because
Yeah,
like,
I was saying that. I was saying that. Yeah.
They're smart. He's
If
got
you
the
can't
platform.
My thing is this: if you're not useful,
Yes.
then don't be
Useless.
around.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use you for your
Utilize.
best attributes.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what's happening in this dynamic here, and I can't wait to see what comes out.
Yeah, it's gonna
Can't
be
wait.
interesting.
we the best.
It's gonna
music.
sound
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what. No, I don't want to hear all of that. No, I need to just hear the man them do their thing in it.
So wait, do we think? Question.
With the best. No, I'm done.
Yo,
no, I'm done.
listen, legacy in the making.
Ja Rastafari.
Oh,
Who job bless, no man curse.
No,
I'm done.
So wait. So we're saying that it's gonna miss that Jamaican flavor. Do you think?
about him?
Do you think?
He's cheesy.
It's very cheesy. But do you think if the album is produced in Jamaica, it will have the flavor that we're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
as
what
long
I
as
think
they
as
get
well.
the respect after the fact. So if the tune blows platinum, gold, wherever it goes,
Dancehall and Jamaica,
make
they must go
sure
on the map, yeah.
they get something.
Yeah.
Make sure you're giving to
Yeah.
a charity in Jamaica. Make sure you're giving something to the people, to the music industry, giving back to Jamaican music.
And this time,
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
this time, that's what I was about to say. This
That
time
is
is
what
what the
came to
artist them name
mind.
bigger. Okay?
Because
Big
it's
up-
not about them,
Big
it's
up our
about
special,
him.
big up our special guest co-host in
Yes.
the studio.
I know, right?
With the girls. Next week, next week he's
He needs to
co-host.
be on. He needs
We
to be
need
on.
him up. Make it happen.
Production camp culture.
Make it happen.
We need five talker phones next week because I'm the only guy here on the chair, so we need to
That's
bring.
how you know
get
he's
me,
age. Man
Isn't
said
it?
talker phones. They're
Yeah.
mics, baby, but it's
Father
all
went
right.
on the seat too.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
We need a fifth talker phone.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Dad,
No.
deal with no mic. I shot me and I load him deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, can't
So
go.
ultimately, we'll know if he's doing it for the right reasons when we see what comes after it. Okay. So even like with that example, I want to see their names big on the plaque.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Make
their
it
family
big.
get blessed up. Everything get. You
I
know
don't
what I'm
think he'll
saying?
make that mistake after Sizzler. What Sizzler done with him.
Listen,
Sizzler did with him wicked.
He
But I like
went
that though.
blatant.
That's a Sizzler showing it don't matter who you are. I'll
Yes.
get me.
Yeah.
He
Sizzler-
held his
I- I-
own.
At the same time,
That's
Sizzler burned it,
integrity, right
And then
there.
he said, save the kids or something. Remember? He was like,
Did he say something?
the kids are innocent.
Listen, I
He
love
didn't burn-
Sister.
he
That
didn't
shit
burn the
went
kid.
viral, bro. I'm done.
I love Sister, yeah. Hear me out. I love
Yes.
Sister, but I feel
mean?
like Sister is just like popcorn. They got short man syndrome.
Oh, you think?
Are
Yeah.
they? Are they short?
Yeah,
But his looks makes him tall.
And a couple inches.
His looks makes him 6 foot, surely. Because his looks are like 3 foot.
I'm
The hat.
Even if
done.
he's tall, he's still got short man syndrome.
No, but the
so.
Bubba Dread rap is about 3 foot tall. though.
Well,
Oh,
Oh,
I ain't
Jesus.
mad at it, honey. I ain't mad at it.
Sizzler, you know, man. Like Sizzler. Big up Sizzler.
Pick them up, man. But yeah, man.
I feel like I don't know if the topics are done or not. To round it off, I feel like it's safe to say that more needs to be done within our community and our culture to maintain the essence of our forefathers.
Yes.
And with music, family life, just manners and respect on the road. There's so many different aspects of how we can implement the culture properly.
Yeah.
When I say the culture, I mean Caribbean culture, because everyone uses this word like it's just
Yeah.
what culture.
I don't want to start off another topic. We could talk about this another time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
feel like-
I want to do a whole topic on British culture because I feel like British culture
would
just
love
steals
to.
everyone's culture. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Because
don't have their own.
Because
I had a
if we
big
say the
debate at
national
work.
dish of Jamaica, we know it's ackee and saltfish. You know, Trinidad, they got their doubles and so forth. You know, West Africa, they got their jollof, whatever. But England, they say, oh, it's curry. You know, it's
Ain't
curry.
even theirs.
You know,
That
it's
ain't
curry.
even theirs.
It's vindaloo.
Yeah,
bangers
No,
and
but
mac,
it's
they
curry.
ain't
That's
even
what they're
theirs.
doing.
That's what
It's
that's
Fish
what the
and
national
chips
dish.
ain't even
That's
theirs.
what the
Indian
national
curry.
dish. Wait, let's get it right. The national dish is actually
Indian
Indian
curry.
curry.
Yeah.
And vindaloo like that. That's why the song in England says vindaloo. That's the hottest curry. Yeah. Vindaloo. Yeah.
I'm
I
done.
ain't gonna lie. I like to sing it though when it's
Yeah,
World
it's a
Cup.
big tune.
But not even a pie and mash, you know.
Yeah. And the little eels or nothing. Yeah, it's literally.
crazy.
It's literally Indian curry. So it just goes to show. And then, my cousin, God rest his soul, Chad R.I.P. He was also a DJ, passed away of cancer. His thing, he had a slogan that says, "I'm the man in my popular culture." Yeah, and his slogan is so true because it's like, our culture is British culture. Like, it is the culture. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Even Jamaicans, it's so funny. When I go to Jamaica and my family in Jamaica, yeah, they might hear someone say Wagwan. They're like, I'm like, why are you shocked? This in Britain, that's how we greet each other. Like, they don't understand it. You get me? Like, we literally use so many words from the culture in Britain, which is normal slang. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like we gotta have a conversation just about the culture in general.
I'd say just for my last point on it all, it's just kind of like, let's not just walk around and only care about our own, okay? So when we see youths that might be acting up, or we see an old lady that a child is not,
takes a
there's
village.
children around, yeah, go and help that old lady. You
Takes
see
a
that old
village.
lady there? come and help her. Say something. Talk up, because so often we're just so stuck in our bubbles and we're stuck in our world, right? Which happens. But every now and again, look around you and see what's really happening. And if we have a voice, then we can make a change. Yeah.
Just like the other day. Quick
Go on, Miss. Go on.
Went nail shop, getting my nails done. Went outside for a quick one before
calm your nerves.
Time, yeah, to calm my nerves. A quick smoke before my nerves, yeah. But I'm standing out there, right? And I see a group of young men, and they looked younger than my son, probably about 12. And they're walking back from football, and they're having their little play and whatever. And they had pizza. They've finished them pizza. Do you know they dashed the box in the nail shop? Oh, yeah, what? They just dashed it there.
See what I mean?
I didn't realize. I didn't actually realize. I saw something, but I didn't see it because where I'm standing, I can't see the pizza box on the floor. So as I'm going to go back in now, I see the pizza box on the floor. Straight away, I said, "Hey,
pull them up, pull them up."
If you come here, they're like, what? All acting. I said, "Is this how you're gonna embarrass your parents? Go and pick up the box."
Part.
Yeah.
Yes,
pick up the box.
Yes, mammy.
Yeah?
Big you up.
And they're like, well, it wasn't me though. It wasn't me. I said,
doesn't
well,
matter.
that's a testament to the friends that you're around. Then, if you can't stand up and represent your friend group,
right?
Yeah, and be the good one, then you shouldn't be with them in the first place.
Yeah.
And I had to do that.
And you never know. He might just remember that for the rest of his life.
He ain't gonna forget that. And I'm very happy you actually cut me and said that before I said what I had to say, because what I was gonna say is off the back of Nads is that equally. It does take a village to raise children, but people are so scared in this day and age because they don't know who's going to pull out this or pull out that. People are scared. But if I'm honest with you, there's only so much we can use that as an excuse. We're born with this thing called instinct, and intuition. And there's certain little youths out there you can tell they're just rude. They ain't got nothing on them. They're just rude little youths, you understand? And if you just literally just pull them up and embarrass them, because it's how you talk to them. You said it, hey, like that's what my grandmother would have said to me. You get me? So yeah, you have to embarrass them, and you will embarrass them. And I'm telling you, as Nad said, they'll remember that. But there's certain other youths you'll look at them, and you do have to kind of think twice, because you think, you know what? I better not say nothing because. So you have to use your intuition. We're not saying just go out there and start pulling up 50 youths that are hooded up and ballied off.
Ones are gonna
so some of the youths need to hear that. Sometimes they got lax parents that don't give a shit. It's where they're
too busy.
But then on the other side, they do have good home training, and then they embarrass their parents, and then they make people say, "Oh, your parents." It's not the parents. I've got cousins. Their parents grew them up strict, but they're rude. They when they're on the road, they're rude, and when they're in, their trousers are up. Yes, mum. No, mum. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this
is a fact. This is a fact.
Yeah, good topic. I like
that. I enjoyed that, guys.
Good topic still.
Yes.
My lovely people, we've come to the end of our episode. It's sad to see us go. I know. On a love, we love on at all. So you go.
Somehow.
Somehow. But guys,
all of Uno are beautiful, yeah.
Well, God is good, darling. God is good.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please remember that it is sponsored by Myriad Studio, the One Entity, and also Dream Experience. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And guys, get active in the comment section. We will be reading out some of the comments in the next episode because you guys have been festive over IG and over TikTok. It's Mammy. Yeah. So big up on yourself. Do remember that your energy is expensive. Don't give it away for free. Until next time, I'm out the building. See ya.
Charge it.
Bye.
I'm out.
See ya.